Hey everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode of Gravy Training. Long overdue episode. So I'm giving this a try. I don't know for sure if I'll be back full time or anywhere near as frequently as before. However, I do think that this could be fun. I want to create some videos again. Not playing the old games, although I did play some Magic the Gathering before. It's really what I've been enjoying the most lately, and it's something that I can do PvP and enjoy it and have fun streaming. So hopefully you like the content. If you do, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff, and let's get to it. So I'm going to review my deck. This is called Mono White Impunity. Go over the cards and kind of their brief purpose. We've got Esper Sentinel, which hover whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn. Draw a card unless that player pays X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power. You'll see that is just kind of a card draw engine for me if it comes up. I've only got one in the deck, maybe two. I've got one in the deck, and yeah, it's not a huge part or part of it. I could possibly sideboard this out or replace it, but anyhow, Ethereal Armor, one casting cost, white, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. So the first strike is a bit of a mixed bag here for me. I do want my Phyrexian Vindicator to take damage. He's the #1 beater for this deck. But all of the other cards, all of the other creatures and everything like that, first strike is actually beneficial. I don't get artifacts, but there's a lot of enchantments in this deck. So Ethereal Armor is a really powerful card. Same follows one and a white for all that glitters. This one gives me +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment that I control. And there are most everything in the deck is an artifact of some sort. There's a few that aren't, so that I can target them. You'll see here when I actually will go to Greater Oromancy. So other enchantments I control have Shroud. Shroud is hexproof, which means they can't be targeted. But that includes by me. So that's why I have a few creatures that aren't enchantment creatures. I do have plenty of enchantment creatures as well. But this way I can give basically most of my creatures hexproof, and then boost them. The enchantment creatures also increase the aura just for themselves. Blind Obedience, I've only got one of these in here. It's kind of just a perk. Extort means that every time I cast a non-creature, or every time I cast a spell, I can pay a white or a black. In this case, this is mono white, so I'll pay white. And I can do 1 damage to each opponent, which this is arena, so there's only one opponent. Also, artifacts and creatures my opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. So this is kind of like a speed bump. It's going to slow down the aggro decks. I don't need a lot of runway to get my my combo pieces in play, but this does give me the benefit of a little bit of reducing haste attacks and that sort of thing. A couple of disenchants in here to get rid of one of the easiest ways to deal with like the Phyrexian Vindicator is to throw something that like taps it, locks it down, seals it away, something like that, makes it so it can't attack or block. This just allows me to get rid of that. And in rare cases, it would allow me to get rid of something like a Phyrexian Unlife if I was going to lose because of it, although typically I shouldn't get into that scenario. We got Nyx's Fleece Ram. It's a 2 casting cost, 1 white and a colorless. 0/5 sheep creature, but it is an enchantment creature. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 1 life. First of all, 2 mana for a 0/5 is great. It doesn't have Defender, which means that when I buff it, it can attack and do good damage. Just if I had nothing on the board other than like all that glitters or ethereal armor on Nyx Fleece Ram, you'll see it immediately at the minimum becomes a 2/7. And obviously this is going to scale very rapidly as you see the rest of these cards. This is a great early low CMC blocker. I love this card so much. This is in so many of my decks that have white cards or that I'm playing any sort of mid-range or control. Got White Sun's Twilight in here. This one actually rarely gets used. The Toxic gets shut down by the by some of where is it? By Solemnity. So players can't get counters, but this is a key to my strategy here. So I don't really use it for the Toxic, but this is kind of a versatile card because I can crank out a whole bunch of 1/1s pretty easily. If I do X's more than 5, it's board wipe on top of everything else. So this is actually, I was going up against a white life gain deck, and they were up to 100 life, and I was at like -8, which you'll see how that's possible here in a bit. But I was still alive and just used this to clear their board, throw my stuff back out there. I immediately get 5 creatures. I can start enchanting them with things like Ethereal Armor or all the glitters. And it really is kind of a clutch card when you need it. Otherwise, it's a good discard for mulligans and things like that. Pegasus Courser. The reason I have any Pegasi at all in here is because of Archon's Sun's Grace. This is a 2 mana, 2 colorless, 2 white, 2 colorless Archon creature flying with lifelink, and this is a big deal. Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink, great on its own, but also Constellation, which is a trigger for when an enchantment enters the battlefield under my control. I create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying, and thus also lifelink, at least as long as Archon's Sun's Grace is on the board. So I can cast all of my other enchantments, get a bunch of free 2/2 flyers with lifelink, and this is just a lot of value for me. I've only got 2. I could probably add more. I could probably take out like the Esper Sentinel and maybe even the White Sun's Twilight, replace them with more of these. They're not legendary or anything like that. I just only had 2 at the time. So that's why I have Pegasus Courser. It was just a cheap 1/1. Whenever Pegasus Courser attacks, another target attacking creature gains flying to the end of the turn. Not a huge deal, but it's a 1/3 blocker for 3 mana with flying. And I can give like the Ram, or if I buff up the Esper Sentinel, I could give one of them flying to get past some blockers. Not really a huge thing. Honestly, I could probably do without this or replace this with something. This is the key combo. So Solemnity, I kind of showed, players can't get counters. They can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or lands. They can still be put on planeswalkers, but they can't go on anything else. And you combine that with this, so you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. That means I can basically let all the damage go by. Normally, the downside is as long as you have 0 or less life, all damage is dealt to you as though its source had infect, which infect means that every point of damage you would do is dealt as poison counters, or against creatures, it's -1/-1. This isn't actually true infect, so it doesn't do that to creatures, but it does do poison counters instead of, for each time you take damage when your life is at 0 or less, you get poison counters instead. And that's it. Like, there's no life damage, anything like that, which means that because if I have Solemnity out, I can't get counters, I get nothing. I'm completely invulnerable, cannot lose the game while I have both Phyrexian on life and Solemnity out, which is also why I have Greater Oromancy, which gives both of these enchantments hexproof, or Shroud, which is hexproof. Player with Shroud, or a player or permanent with Shroud can't be the target of spells or abilities. So nobody can target it. Now they have to kill the Greater Oromancy first, and then they could hit Solemnity, which would then often make the Unlife make me die if I'm at 0 hit points, so they could hit Phyrexian Unlife. But if I've got 2 of these, which I've got 4 in the deck, and they're real cheap to cast, then they make each other have Shroud. Thus, it's like you'd need to just have a board wipe, an enchantment focused board wipe to take it out. So if I get 2 of these and then 1 of each of these out, it's done. In a variation of this deck, I actually included 9 lives as well. And I would do 3 Phyrexian Unlives, 3 9 lives. And the 9 lives basically says, show that card. 9 lives is an enchantment that's hexproof by itself. And if a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, exile it. And when 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. So normally this is only a little bit of a bit of breathing room, but again, with Solemnity, you can't put counters on here. Thinking about it, well, either way, if you can get rid of 9 lives, if you can get rid of it early, I lose the game. But it does have hexproof on its own, so it's something I might consider. I really like the Phyrexian Unlife because I can just I can throw it out there and it's not as risky until I get Solemnity. So I might mix it back in, something like that. It is in a couple of variations of the deck, but and then I've got Starheim Cruiser. There's only 1 copy of this in here. Artifact and enchantment spells cost 1 less to cast. If I get this out, great. If not, no big deal. And then Wedding Announcement. And this is an enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, put an invitation counter on Wedding Announcement. If I attack with 2 or more creatures while this turn, I get to draw a card. So there's a card draw aspect of it. Otherwise, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Read a chump blocker. Then if Wedding Announcement has 3 or more invitations counters on it, transform it, which it transforms to creatures you control get +1/+1. So that's good in and of itself if I let it transform. But I can stop it when I play Solemnity, and it'll just stay out there, and it'll perpetually keep doing card draw and or creating tokens for me. So this is beneficial if I get Solemnity out first or Solemnity out early before Wedding Announcement fully flips. Then I've got a perpetual engine of free card draw / chump blocking human tokens. So there is that. And then the All-Star, this is the real beater, the beast card in this deck. I've got 4 of these. The Mythic Rare, it's probably one of the best white cards. I would say in the format right now. It's in standard, and it was actually only introduced with Phyrexia All We Won, so it'll be around for a long time. This card is just broken. So it's a 4 white mana, so it's a little bit difficult to get it into multicolor decks, but not really. It's not a legendary creature. If this was legendary, it would be a lot more reasonable. But it's a creature, Phyrexian Horror, with flying. It's a 5/5, and then, so here's where it just goes off the hook. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent the damage. All right, already that's bad enough, or good enough in our case. When damage is prevented this way, Phyrexian Vindicator deals that much damage to any other target. So I can block or be blocked by anything. I think Death Touch still does work on it. I'm kind of careful about Death Touch, but any other kind of damage, anything like that, this just goes right through. It can be destroyed or exiled. It isn't indestructible. It just prevents the damage. But I mean, you take, if something deals, it's only got 5 health. something deals 10 damage to it, I deal 10 damage to something else and I prevent all that damage. So this card is just, it's the beater. It is so good. It completely shuts down plans and just changes the game. And I've got 4 of these in here. So that is the deck that we'll be playing with. And let's go ahead and give it a whirl. I was doing some audio testing with the bot match. We're going to go into historic play, best of 1, and let's see how it goes. Fortunately, the wait times are not that bad in historic. Still a lot of people that play. And now it'll make a liar of me and take a while. Alright, there we go. 20 seconds. Can't complain. Alrighty. Oh, that's an avatar I haven't seen before. That's cool. Alright, so this is just a perfect hand. We've got everything we need right here. I don't have any of the stuff I would normally have early, but that's fine. Once I get these, at least one of these out and this guy, things will change. Alright, beautiful. Next round I'll get him, the following round I'll get him, and then I'll start dropping these out. I try not to play the combo cards until later in the game because it doesn't give them as much chance to counter it. And because it's best of 1, people are getting blindsided by all of this. Okay. Kind of an odd card. Never seen that one before. In Search of Greatness. Okay. Since I can get this out here, we'll drop this out here. No attacks. Leave these guys up to defend. They've now both got hexproof. Get this guy out here soon, but we're going to get a Vindicator out right away. So far, nothing scary coming out. Uh-oh, the almighty Brushwag. Okay, so I'm not drawing my normal stuff. We'll get this. And this is going to cause a bit of panic, I'm sure. He's got nothing with reach. He does not have reach. He's probably panicking a little bit. Go ahead and start attacking here. If he cycles his turn, doesn't really matter. Everybody's got flying. Okay. Let's see what it does. I'm going to hold this guy back in case I need to use the board wipe. I'll be able to have this to drop back out again. I really only need one of these. If he attacks with this guy... Oh, interesting. Prevent the damage and put a +1/+1. Well, too bad I can hit without combat damage. Okay. Not an enchantment that is, but it's not doing me any harm. I really wish I would draw some of my friggin' enchantments. Alright, we're gonna all attack. Whatever. And apparently not every match do I actually need my tricks. If he doesn't get a flyer or a blocker here, it's going to be over. Horn Beetle, it's not going to do it. Probably scoop. I mean, whatever, no blocks. Do your dirty deed. Come on. can do it. Don't pay attention. Oh, thank you. Yeah, people don't realize just exactly what this does. So there you go. That didn't use any of my combo pieces, and we still cranked out a win. Win number 1. Let me actually add, now that I'm thinking about this, I should have thought about this before. Add a new source. We're going to call this W/L. Add source. Wins 1. Losses 0. That. And drop that right down there. Now we can keep track of that. All right. Good to go. Next. All right, woohoo, mastery. Play again. Shameless shelves. All right. 2 mana is technically enough. Yeah, it's borderline. I'd prefer 3. 2 is okay. Get this guy out there. Get Greater Oromancy out. Alright, so is it color? No, he's mirror colors. Let's get this out. I'm gonna hold off on this. Just attack. I don't want to get this out here too quickly, although I can still cast on either of these. Alright, Shelves, let's see what you got. Non-land card from it. Oh no, what are you going to get rid of? Got rid of the worst possible thing. Alright. Least important card of my deck. Alright. Orcish Bowmasters. Alright, that's going to fill the set. Not surprising. I see, this is where I kind of get screwed. I would really love to draw a land card. I've got 23 lands in this deck. It's mono white. That should be more than enough. So no, the One Ring. If I can draw the cards, I will be quite alright. Okay, it would be really nice to draw a land. I promise I have more than enough in this deck. 23 lands. Mono white, it shouldn't be an issue. Shieldred, alright. Oh my friggin' god. Alright, I'll cast this just to get it out of my hand. None of this scares me if I can get my cards out. If I can get 2 more lands, I can freaking dominate the game. Got my combo pieces here, it's already protected. Got the Vindicator, like, all I need are 2 lands. If I can get them before I get to 0 life, actually 1 land would protect me. So there's 21 lands left in the deck. There are 48 cards. That's basically at least almost a 50% chance. Yeah, not really worried about any of this if I can get Solemnity and the Phyrexian Unlife out onto the board. Takes 1 freaking mana. 2 turns, and then I'm good. He hasn't got rid of the Auramancy yet. Means they come down with Hexproof. Four, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's... Alright. Finish me. Yeah, just absolutely screwed. And I can't even say that I should have mulliganed there, because all I would have needed was 1 more land out of all those drops. Alright, so that being the case, we're up to 1-1. And let's try again. Had all the pieces there. Just not enough to take it over the end zone. Not enough land to get it over the end zone. Alrighty, 20 seconds. Jungle Gym. Very cool. Alright, here we... Okay, I've got everything I need right here. This is an almost ideal hand. Get Esper Sentinel out. 2 turns from now I'll drop Solemnity, and then I will drop Phyrexian Unlife when the time comes. Perfect. Okay, kind of a cool card. Alright. Oops, nope. The Solemnity goes out. Attack. Next round, I'll probably drop the Vindicator. And then the round after that, I'll drop the Unlife. Okay, so he's getting ramp and some card draw. Not super impressed. Drop this. Attack. This is going to be a... Yeah, okay. He was having some card problems too. I can empathize there. Change the win ratio up to 2-1. That counteracts the real shitty loss we had last round. Sir Erebor. Get a monster roll. Nice. That is... Okay, not bad. Alright, here we go again. Let me know in the comments too if you guys think I should do the deck explanations as their own video and then just do the playtime, or if you prefer if I just include timestamps in the description to help you skip ahead. Okay, again, great start. Ethereal Armor, that's what I was saying, doesn't go well on the Vindicator, although it can. I don't want the Vindicator to have first strike because I want it to take damage. And like a 10-10 flying first strike isn't going to take damage. Alright, not worried. We'll drop the Auramancy out there. Just to be efficient. Next round I'll drop the Unlife. Oh, nope. So this round I will drop Nyx Fleet Ram. Oh, and I can't target that creature. So next, because it's an enchantment and I've got this out. Typically I hold off on this, but because it was efficient. He's got hexproof until he does damage. That's okay, I'm not going to hex him. Boom. I'll see your 6/6 flyer and 4/3 flyer and raise you a Phyrexian Vindicator. Have anything that can attack him. Plus, once I get him enchanted, he gets hexproof too. Block. Got a little bit of trample. Goodbye. Now comes the scoop. Oh, nope. Oh, now he casts him again. Alright. That is why this guy is so powerful. Drop him out there. Put that on him. Attack. Now he'll be able to attack here, but I can block. He's going to be really upset when he sees this. Nice. Like that card. So it's Dragons, Angels, Demons. Alright, we'll drop Esper Sentinel, drop a land, drop Phyrexian on life, and we'll attack. Even if he kills that, we'll hold that back for defense. Yep, 2 more turns. The countdown is in place. Gonna pay for the card draw. The other thing I could do is put the ethereal armor. Oh, no, I can just do this, but all the glitters onto the Esper Sentinel, and he becomes hexproof and really big. And then it's pretty much guaranteed card draw because nobody is going to pay 8 or 10 to stop me from attacking. Or stop me from drawing a card, I should say. But he doesn't realize, or they don't realize, all that they're doing is for absolutely nothing. I can get down to negative 190, negative 1900, and I am okay. Drop this guy out. Put this on him. And we'll attack again. So now they've got to pay 7 every time they cast a spell. And he's got Shroud, so removal, he has to get rid of the enchantment here. Actually, the enchantment has Shroud. And here's the kicker. Woohoo! Nice. And that is quite alright. He's got some chump blockers. Doesn't matter. Drop out the Nyx Ram. Drop out Solemnity. All attack. And I believe that should just be lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's not, doesn't even matter. It'll be lethal next round. All of that with lifelink. I mean, I could have counted, but whatever. I can't believe he actually blocked the Nyx. Oh, no, he didn't block the Ram. Okay. They didn't block the Ram. They're deciding whether or not they're going to scoop. Fearsome Whelps. Do him any good. Okay. Got rid of the bonus fires. That's quite alright. Still got massive creatures to deal with. Yeah, tap out. Send them all. Send them all. I love it. Gain life back. Oh, so they've all got vigilance. Oh. See who he wants to give up. 10, 11, and a 9, 9. And right now, just to be clear, I am in 0 danger. These are hexproofed, and I'm at 40 life, and I can go down as low as I want after that. Alright. So none of his stuff is getting counters. Notice his saga will never turn because of Solemnity. All I've got to do, so this would be where drawing an all will be 1, would be really what I need. I can cast it with 5. Alright, that's fine. We'll attack with this and this again. I don't know if he's quite realized the position that they're in. I'll be able to cast this if I need it, just to have the double, so that if one of them gets taken out somehow. I don't know why he's not blocking with multiple creatures to kill these off. Come on. Ah, fucking land. Fine. Yeah, an 11-12 first striker is just so hard to deal with. But I mean, look at my life. Even if I didn't have this, this is not a life gain deck. I wonder how that works with counters. No counters. Is he gonna find an answer? He might. Okay. He can become an indestructible 1/1 human. Not impressed. I'll wait to do that till I can overwhelm him. Should oh, he didn't sacrifice? What the heck? Play that out there too. He's got to scoop. I mean, there's no way out for him. Multicolored. Oh, okay. Well, that's something, but not the end. It's still 70-3, and he blew up his own board to get there. Alright, Pegasus Courier. Problem is us getting over that finish line, but I've got 3 more Vindicators in my deck that haven't come out. And those Vindicators are ridiculously hard to remove. Oh no! What do I want to get rid of? No maximum hand size. You know what? Nothing I want to get rid of yet. Oh, well, alright, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Losing that Esper Sentinel is actually going to hurt. I could really use some card draw. Alright, well that's something. That Extort actually is enough to finish it. I should be able to finish it, I just need 3 spells, and I can finish him off. No counters, however. Pretty green human monk. I don't know why this person hasn't scooped yet. There's nothing they're gonna do. Any of this. God damn the land. Alright. This game is getting a little bit tiresome. And honestly, guys, oh! Wow. Still, 48 health. Now we'll see how much more removal. That's 2 massive board wipes. Yeah, I should have held on to those extra other ones. See if he actually comes across this. Okay. Whatever. I would have probably scooped here, but he might come back and win this now. It was an awful long game for a best of fucking 1. Still got draw. I don't know how in the hell he's getting so much draw. I need something that gets rid of graveyards. Very possible. That's now he's coming. This guy, yeah. There's his card draw. Oh my god. First I don't draw any, now I'm getting mana flooded. Wouldn't take much to beat this guy. All I need to draw is a White Sun's Twilight, which is probably in my graveyard.
Please have an answer.
It is not. Okay. So I gotta draw White Sun's Twilight right now. This is enough to do it, potentially. All I've got to do is take the damage. Target creature or planeswalker, try it. Try it, try it, try it, try it, try it, please. Oh, he's looking for something to put onto the playing field. It's not going to matter. You attack. How is that going to work? Timing. Any of these guys have first strike? Haste. There's nothing that's going to benefit you in the graveyard. Two cards. This is going to be close. And Here we go. Doesn't matter. Getting destroyed. He board wiped. I board wiped. Alright, so he's got to get 8 creatures on the board or I win. Oh, and now is he going to make me draw? Got to get 8 creatures out or a board wipe. If it does get a board wipe, then there's nothing I can do. 19 life, too. That puts me in a much better spot. This is really a good game. Very surprising. Probably wrap it up after this one. This is a bit longer than I intended. You gotta settle the wreckage or something. You get through it. Very, very good game. Well, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think of the deck. Let me know what you think of my tentative return to making videos and content. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.